Hello everyone, I'm Jess with the Lompoc Public Library, and this summer, reading colors your world. If you're participating in our summer reading program, you can stop by the Lompoc Library and pick up a craft kit. But you don't actually need your craft kit to participate in these crafts, but if you do, you will have received a cup, crayons, paint set, one of these coffee filters, and instructions on what we're going to be doing today. If you want to participate at home and you didn't pick up a craft kit, either stop by the Lompoc Library or you can grab your coffee filter, any paints, crayons, markers, definitely recommend markers, coloring pencils, anything like that, and you can get any type of cup you'd like, and we're just going to fill it up just a little bit with water, just enough to cover the bottom. Today we're going to be doing a science experiment called chromatography, and it's a pretty complicated yet fun one where we're going to see how water and colors interact through this paper. So one of the things we're going to do is, if you have scissors at home, definitely grab those. We prepared our glass with water. That will be step one. Prepare our glass by filling the very bottom with a thin layer of water, enough to cover the bottom. Now step two, we're going to take our coffee filter and we're going to cut it into strips, at least 3 inches long and 1 inch wide. So we're not going to make nice big strips out of our coffee filter. And if yours isn't exactly 1 inch or 3 inches, that's okay for this experiment. But usually with science experiments, you want to be as exact as you possibly can. So if you do have a ruler at home, you can go grab that or some other measuring device. You can do any of that to get it ready. I am going to do the very unscientific measurement of eyeballing it for this one. But if you want to make it as exact as you can, you can. This picture is roughly 3 inches tall, so you can always measure it against that as well. So when you've had it all cut up into strips, I'm just going to do 3 strips. You can do it many more than that if you'd like, for each color you'd like to do. But for this demo, I'm just going to have the 3 strips. So you mark the strip with a pencil about 1/4 to 1/4 of an inch from the end going into the water. Next to the pencil mark, make a line with a marker across the width of the strip. Only use 1 color marker per strip. So the idea is we're going to take one of these. We're going to mark so far up, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and so on, so that way we can measure the distance the water goes. Because the idea is we're going to take a marker, we're going to mark right down here, and then a little higher up, and then a little higher up. And that way when we stick the thing into the water, we can measure how far up the water goes with the strip of paper. And then that'll help us know how far the water travels up the paper. So that's going to try to do distance, and the colors that we mark, say at 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and so on, we can follow, because guess what? The water is going to push the marker color on up. And so if you put one color here, a completely different color up here, and a third color up here, you can watch as the water picks up the marker color and brings it with it as it goes up. So wherever the colors stop, that's where the water line stops, how far up it can go before no more water travels up. So now we are going to use our markers to mark along the strip. Again, if you cut your strip to the exact 3 inches, what you'll want to do is mark with your pencil very slightly where the 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, or even the full inch, and so forth. And you're going to pick different colors for each of those marks. If you have markers at home, that's probably the best to use for the coloring. However, paint does work, and I've had almost no success with crayons, but you can give that a try. You can try one strip of paper with paint, another with crayons, and another with the markers. So let's see what we can do with each of these. So we've marked the strip with the pencil, and next to the pencil mark a line with a marker across the width of the strip. Only use one color marker per strip. So I am going to use yellow. So I'm just going to mark right there. All right. So now that I've marked my first color, and now I'm going to use blue and red. These are the primary colors. All right, so I have 3 colors on this one. What you might want to do is use one color with one strip, try a different color with another. So then we're going to dip it into our cup, just the very edge, and we're going to watch as the water goes up the strip. And as it goes, you can see it's just about to go through one color, and maybe it'll go through another. And it should bring the color up as you are watching. And depending on where you put the marks, it might take a little longer than with others. I put mine fairly close to the bottom, so hopefully you will be able to see the color go through fairly quickly. Again, you can use one color and watch as one color bleeds all the way up. So for example, if I had done it all with yellow, I could see yellow as it inches through the different measurements. And then I can watch another strip with blue as it goes through, and with and so forth and so on. And again, you can experiment with different types of paints. Is there a difference between acrylic and watercolor? Is there a difference in the type of paint? So one great thing to do with this experiment is to see, is there a color that moves faster with water than another? So does yellow go faster than blue, or yellow faster than red, or blue and red faster than yellow? Now I'm going to bring up the strip so you can see the progress it has made already. As you can tell, I had yellow first, and yellow had creeped up from where I had made the line here all the way up to where the blue is, and it's now bringing the blue with it. Now I'm going to dip it in some more and see if any more water travels up and if it can reach the red line. And so we're going to wait for that progress. It could take up to 10 minutes or more for one to see the water go all the way to the top. So definitely have some patience, and we can see how far it goes. Do you think there's a point where the water will stop climbing up the paper? All right. Definitely let us know. And what color do you think goes the fastest? Is it yellow, blue, red, or is it maybe one of the secondary colors like green, purple, or orange? Or is it some other shade entirely? Definitely experiment and find out. All right. I'm going to see about blue and red with a different strip where I made the colors a little closer to the bottom. And that one I dunked in a little too far in, that it just washed the color right out. Okay. Oh wow. So you can see with this one, I put the water in, it carried the blue so far, and then it surpassed the blue and went straight up, bringing the red with it. In fact, it was carrying some blue with it as it goes, because you can see where it took the blue past the red, but it's still bringing some of the blue with it, and now you have a little purple right at the top. All right. I would say that went much faster than when we tried the yellow. Have fun with this experiment, and remember, reading colors your world. Log the books and audiobooks you read and listen to on Beanstack.